Honestly, you're probably wondering what you just clicked on, so let me fill you in this video. And to be honest, this is not a clickbait type of video. I am actually going to manifest $1 million so that I can show you firsthand how manifestation actually works. And I'll even share proof of it. I'll talk the talk, but I'll also back it up. Because I feel like most people who doubt or misunderstand manifestation and the law of attraction always say things like, well, if manifestation works, then why don't you manifest $1 million? And so I will, to prove that it's real and to prove that it's possible for you. Because the truth is, every single thing that you want actually is possible when you can get your beliefs and your mindset on board. Now let's get right into it. But really quickly, if you're new here, I'm Mary Kate and I'm a mindset coach and manifesting expert focused on getting you transformational results. Here on my channel, I make manifestation make sense. And I post brand new videos every single Wednesday, so be sure to subscribe and also hit that bell notification so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. Now, trust me when I say that I have faced my fair share of people who doubt manifestation or that it works. And so many of them love to just challenge me, saying that certain things I manifested were luck, or that they were given to me, or on the opposite end, that they weren't manifested because there was effort or work involved. And honestly, typically, I don't care to waste time or energy trying to change anyone else's mind because first of all, it's none of my business. And second of all, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I respect all opinions. But what I always come back to is that circumstances are manifested, not exactly the thing itself, because how the thing shows up is impossible to predict. You are manifesting the circumstances for what you want to show up. And you're doing that through how you're thinking, feeling, behaving, operating, and what you're believing. So yes, the moments where something has been kind of handed to me or the moments that I've gotten lucky, I've manifested the circumstances for that to happen. Or the moments where I've accomplished something or worked hard for something, the circumstances for it to occur were manifested. You're always manifesting the circumstances for whatever your dominant thought is to happen. Now, let's get into the $1 million part because I know that's what you're here for. Now, one of the first steps that I always use when manifesting anything is clearing any resistance, because you are going to struggle to manifest the things that you hold resistance around. So why not clear it? And one of the best ways that I personally like to clear resistance, especially when it comes to certain amounts of money, is through actually answering a series of questions. These have never failed me and I use them time and time again. And I have all of these questions that I use inside of this free money workbook that I'm gonna link down below. And you don't have to just take my word for it. Tens of thousands of people have used this workbook with incredible results. So go ahead and grab your copy now. Again, it's totally free. You can use it or not use it, but it is a really great resource to help you get clear on kind of what's coming up for you around money. Because once you understand how you are thinking and feeling and what you're believing around money, you have so much power to change it and change it quickly. Otherwise, you stay in this perpetuating cycle that you don't even realize you're stuck in. So in this case of $1 million, I would first go through this workbook and figure out what beliefs that I'm holding on to about it and what this specific number feels like and what it means to me. And then I'll see if I have any blocks around it in general. But lucky for you, I've actually just done this. So you don't have to wait for me to do this. I already did it and I can share honestly what kind of came up for me. I am being fully honest and open in this video so that you can see how this looks in real time of clearing resistance. This feels super vulnerable because I'm actually a very private person. So here we go. Here's what came up for me. A really big thing that came up for me when I went through this workbook is the fear of judgment, of what people would think of me. Things like, are people going to have a different opinion of me or a different perception of me if they know kind of specific dollar amounts? Or what are people going to think? Like I said, I tend to be a really private person and I keep to myself. And sharing numbers like this is really unknown for me. And it opens up this kind of weird fear of judgment, one that I didn't know was there until I started doing this work. But I'm going to push through that because I truly want to show you what's possible when you're able to shift your mindset in a really deep way, okay? So I'm getting uncomfortable to show you what's possible. So find the resistance, work through it enough to begin to shift it and question it. Get to the point where you no longer give any power to it anymore. And like I said, I've already started to kind of work through this and I have debated not making this video probably 100 times now. I'm still debating. I'm like, do I want to post this? It's very personal. I'll probably even debate taking it down once it's up. I have stopped and started and changed my mind on maybe playing with a lower number, but I decided to go big. I'm working through that resistance, that fear of judgment, and I've decided to change my perspective. I'm not bragging. I'm not showing off. I'm simply showing proof of what's possible. I've reframed it for myself. Now let's move into what I'm doing next. And I'm even going to show you proof at the end. In order to manifest something, you need to believe it. You need to believe that it's possible. I always say that when you believe something is possible, it is. When you believe something's not possible, then it's not. Because your observation of something actually changes the outcome. This is quantum physics. Look up the double slit experiment for yourself. I'll spare you the details of kind of regurgitating that right now. But there are so many different ways to change your mind and change your beliefs. And one of the main ways I focus on this is through repeated autosuggestion. And this is going to be deeply personal to you. So you are going to have to tailor this to yourself because manifestation is not a one-size-fits-all approach. The way I like to teach manifestation is actually based on your specific learning type because I find that when you tap into and lock into your learning style, certain techniques work so much faster and so much better. This is exactly what I teach inside of my signature program, Abundance Academy. So if that's something that you're interested, be sure to check that out. I show you specific techniques tailored to you based on your learning type and personality. And honestly, it works so well that way because it's effectively tailored and customized to you. I even share my exact 7-step process and how to customize it for yourself. And this is decades worth of knowledge that I've put together. So if you want more information, I'm gonna go ahead and link it up here and I'll also link it down below for you. But to shift my beliefs into feeling that this is easy and attainable and possible, which is where you wanna be when you're manifesting anything, I'm going to use an auto-suggestion technique. Actually, I'm probably gonna use a few. But basically tailoring this to yourself, use anything that will prompt your subconscious mind to start to believe that it's real and possible. That is all you're doing. Use whatever works for you. Again, this is going to be so deeply personal, so I can't tell you specifically what to do without knowing all of your learning types and all of that. But for me personally, I can share what I'm doing. I'll be using a combination of things. I'll be using a reticular activating system exercise, which I show you exactly how to do in a video that I will link up here, and I'll also link it down below so you can try that one out. I'll also be using repeated affirmations to ground into, and I'll also be using 2 of my favorites from the physical learning section inside of Abundance Academy, which is the hemisphere and the block eraser techniques. If you remember, you know, you can try those out. So that is my plan. And let's see how long it takes. Once I reach 1 million, I'm going to come back and update this video with proof because I am so certain and so sure that this will happen that I am fully surrendered to the process. I might even hold on to this video until it happens and just kind of release it all together. I'm not even questioning it because it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And the timing is not something I can control, so why would I waste any time or energy on it? So let's see what happens. Come along with me for the ride. Okay, well, I said I would update when I reached it, but I'm actually back now because I filmed this video about 2 weeks ago and it actually happened before I posted this. So I'm quickly adding this to the end right before I upload it. So here it is, $1 million reached with proof. I'm gonna go ahead and insert the photo here. And here is a big realization I had throughout this process. Numbers only have the meaning that you give to it. Is it a lot or not a lot? It's all in context. If I tried to give you a $100 pen, you would probably associate that with being expensive for just a pen. But if I were to give you a $100 BMW, that would be a no-brainer. So when it comes to money, start normalizing big numbers and then you can reach them. I started to work towards making this number feel easy and attainable and obvious. And now we're here. And full transparency, I'm not saying I manifested this whole $1 million in just 2 weeks. That would be unfair to say because that's not the truth. But I reached this specific goal by directing my focus towards it. And this was accomplished over a period of time, but it still happened. Does the timing of it or it all not showing up at once have any effect on whether it manifested or not? Absolutely not. And I notice a lot that when people are manifesting something, if it doesn't happen in the timeline that they set or in the way that they decided, then they think that it wasn't manifested. But that's simply not true. It doesn't have to show up all at once or in a specific way or in a certain timeline for it to have manifested. Did you get what you want? Yes or no? Why does the timing or the details matter if you got the outcome that you wanted? Just a little something to reflect on. And like I said, I debated making this video because I realize it's sort of a weird thing to talk about. And to be honest, it still makes me very uncomfortable to share this because I like to keep to myself. And in general, I'm just not a flashy over the top type of person. I'm just not. But I felt weirdly called and pulled and led to make this video, and I always follow my instincts, so here we are. I want this to be proof of what is possible for you. So do the inner work that I share in this video. Clear the resistance, decide what you want to have, and watch how it all works out and comes together. Let go of the timing and just be so certain that the timing is irrelevant. And you can also start playing around with this affirmation. I am certain of the outcome and my success is inevitable. I'm certain of the outcome. My success is inevitable. Please comment below. Let me know if this video was helpful. Like I said, I feel very vulnerable posting this and I might take it down, who knows. But my goal is that you found value in it. And if you did, feel free to share it with any family or friends who might find value in it as well. I've actually shared a few other manifestation videos where I talk about how I manifested certain things. And I'm gonna go ahead and link the video of how I manifested my car. I'm gonna link it up here and I'll link it down below because this was kind of a wild story with so many powerful takeaways, and I walk you through in real time exactly what I did, exactly how it worked out. So if you like these types of proof stories, go ahead and watch that one next. I think you'll really benefit from it. And be sure to download that free money workbook so you can follow through this exact process that I essentially just used. And if you appreciated and enjoy this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and also hit that bell notification so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. I would love to have you part of this community, and it's an honor to be here every week showing you what's possible. You can also find me over on Instagram and TikTok and Threads at MK Magic Mindset. And if you want to learn more about me, my programs, how to work with me, and more, you can visit my website at mkmagicmindset.com, and I will see you in the next one.